What's up, Togs? So today we're going to do a quick review video, not of the gloves that I've owned for a few years now, which have held up really nicely, but are starting to show some wear in the palm. But these Alpinestar Stellar gloves have held up really nicely, had some really good features, and really the minimal wear that they show in the palm have held up nicer, really nicer than any pair of riding gloves that I've had. It's kind of a, you know, I should have made the decision to go with more of a street sport bike style glove, because all my cruiser style gloves, I've had Harley Davidson gloves, which the quality was not great, and I've had Roland Sand gloves, which again, the quality on those were better, but the leather on those gloves did not hold up as well as these gloves did. I also like the extra padding that they had here in the hand, but you can see that the wear is starting to go, the color is starting to fade. And I will still wear these gloves occasionally, but I thought it was time to grab a new pair of gloves. And this might sound ridiculous to you guys, but mostly because I got a new helmet. I'm getting and my jacket needed an update also because I don't know if you've watched my channel, you know I've lost a lot of weight, and so my jacket doesn't fit very well, which means that the padding especially in the elbows to me is so loose on my arm that I'm just concerned that if I should have to use the padding in my arms, that they're just going to roll over. I'm going to have arm with just the nylon on my jacket between me and the pavement. So it was time to get a new jacket, and because this is just the way I think, it was time to get new gloves too. Like I said, I still wear these. Love these Alpinestar. I have a review of these gloves. And I'll put a link to that up here so you guys can check out the review for these gloves, because I really like these gloves. Really, my only gripe for these was that the length in the pinky was a little too short, and you can kind of see here in the video compared to the rest of the fingers. I mean, I guess your pinky is shorter, but for some reason my pinky always hit the end of these gloves. It didn't matter what weight or if the fit was different because of how big my hands were. Anyway, size medium. The strange thing about the new gloves that I bought, which are the REV'IT Dune gloves, is that I went to a small. Now, when I talked to people at Cycle Gear, they said that because these gloves are handmade, they're going to vary slightly in size. So what happened was I ordered them from Cycle Gear online because they didn't have my size in the store. And when I got the ones from the Cycle Gear online, they sent me a pair that were just too tight. So I went to the store to see if they had a medium, and the mediums were just too big. I've lost enough weight in my hands that a medium felt too loose. I like my gloves to fit really snug, because then I know that once they break in, they'll fit really nicely. So I went to the store, I tried on the store, and like they said, that even because they're made by hand, the sizes are going to vary slightly. So I got a small from the store, and you can see it takes a little bit of wiggling to get in, but the fit is really nice and really snug, and that's the way I like my gloves. The REV'IT Dune gloves come with some really good protection here in the knuckles, both here on your hand and then your second knuckle. No protection here on the pinky, which I guess is not a big deal. The feature that I liked on the Alpinestar was to save this pinky from when you crash, or when you, God forbid, that you crash. That your pinky is attached to your ring finger, and so that was a nice feature that I liked about those. This one doesn't have that. Also, there was more protection here on the Stellar 2. This protection on the wrist was a little bit wider. This does have this little logo here that's padded slightly. It's a little plastic piece. I guess it's less of a padding, but there is extra padding that comes here from the side of the hand all the way down to the wrist, which it's going to help a little. I'm not a guy who wears full gauntlet gloves, and so and I don't ride on the track, so I just needed some good protection. I also like that this has a different material other than the leather here, because I do most of my riding when it's warmer. I do go out in the winter, but I have warm weather gloves too. If you want to check those out, I'll put a link up here. But I just like the design of these gloves, and the fit was really nice. I tried a whole bunch of different ones on in the store, and it just came down to these gloves that I liked a lot. So this is the portion where I just kind of show you what the gloves look like, and some of the features that they have, what they look like on. We're gonna get out on the bike and we'll do a little bit more of how they feel once you get on the bike. Like I said, they're nice and snug. Again, there's extra double layer of padding here where you're going to be gripping your hand grips. So that's really nice too. And again, some extra protection here on the palm. These gloves had extra padding here on the palm, but this here is gonna, I think, gonna protect you better. This rubberized, heavier padding. Again, this is the extra padding that the Seller gloves had. The Dune has, again, this rubberized, heavy protection here on your thumb knuckle. Okay, so let's get out on the bike and see how they look, see how they feel. All right, on the bike now. Thought I would put these on before we get going, just so you guys can see. I gotta say, for changing to a small from a medium in my last pair of gloves, more because of weight, not because of the brand or fit. The right hand's a little bit stiffer, but again, these, like they told me in the store, handmade gloves, so size is going to vary between pair and pair, not just size to size. So getting them on, they feel really good. Left hand, I've tried this hand on more just for the video and stuff, but yeah, so far so good. We're gonna cinch down these wrists and we're gonna get going. Get you guys a idea of how these gloves feel. All right, so it's a different feel because they've got this padding here, and I'll show it to you on both cameras, on the palm, and that padding is resting on the grips. So if you're somebody who's used to having a little padding there, that extra padding in the palm, but not this like hard, it's not hard, but it's, you know, compared to like a fabric or leather, it is hard. Compared to that, you can feel that resting on your handlebars, and so, you know, it's just something I think probably just to get used to more of than it is an annoyance. But right off the bat, it's something that I noticed because it's different. Compared to the heavier leathered, you know, it's just a different. And I'll put the exact material down here of what the Dune gloves have. I think it's a goatskin leather, as opposed to whatever leather is on my Alpine Star Seller gloves. It's like a firmer, harder leather. This is really pliable, soft leather. It goes to, you know, we'll see as we go how long it's going to last, because I've had gloves like I've showed you in the video that didn't last as long. We'll see how long this lasts. But for now, it's a really nice feel on the handlebars, really comfortable feel. Sometimes you'll get gloves that bunch up right here in your palm, and I'm not getting that at all. So it's the nice fit to my hand, and nice fit around the grips. You know, it's 55 degrees out here. I had to layer up because these are definitely not cold weather gloves. And not that 55 degrees is cold weather, but it's on the chilly side for me. And these gloves feel nice. I don't feel super cold. You know, the sun's still out and it's shining. We don't have any cloud cover or anything, so that definitely is helping. Now maybe it's just me and the funny shape of my hands, but the end of my pinky here is hitting the end of this glove as well, like it did on my Seller gloves. And so, I mean, it's just something to note because it happened in my previous pair of gloves, and maybe it wasn't the gloves, maybe it's just my weird hands. I don't think that I have weird hands, but maybe I do, unbeknownst to myself. But yeah, I don't want to get too in depth because this isn't really a review. I just kind of wanted to show you guys my new gloves, give them some comparisons to my previous pair. And I mean, overall, besides the fact that the leather is definitely softer, and they feel more broken in right off the bat. With my old gloves, it took some time of wearing the gloves and wearing them around before they felt like they've been worn. These gloves feel like they've been worn already. That's a nice thing. You know, I can remember back in the day when you used to buy leather things, like my baseball mate growing up, you used to have to work that thing for like a week before you could actually wear it for like a game. And so that's how, you know, things have progressed, materials have progressed, the science behind breaking things in before people buy them has changed. And so these gloves felt ready to go and ready to wear right off the bat. But like I said, guys, this isn't a review video. I just wanted to give you guys an impression of how these gloves felt, you know, how they feel on the bike, not just how they feel tried on in the store. They feel really comfortable. I will say, and maybe it's just because my right hand is feeling a little tighter, that there is some pressure point in the second knuckle on my right pinky, that like if it doesn't go away because of the way that they fit, it's going to get a little irritating. But I mean, just as is, right off the bat, they are comfortable. There's just that point. And maybe if you're watching this video later, you can ask me how that feels now after I've been riding with them for a while, because these gloves is maiden voyage out here on the 1290 Super Duke R. I've had much greater range of motion with these gloves as compared to my older pair. Like I said, the leather is more pliable for sure, and I'm not sure if you guys can see this in the video, but I'll show you that these gloves do say that you can wear them with tech. I'm just showing you that I can get out to the home menu, open up an app. Let's just take a little video here, this little test video. Oh, let's flip this around so you can see me. Let's just take a little fun video here to show you that both hands here, they've got full access. But guys, if you have any general questions that I can answer for you, leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them on the REV'IT Dune gloves. And if I can't answer them, I'll hunt that answer down for you. But guys, if you like this video, you found it helpful at all, make sure you hit that thumbs up down there, which is the like button. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. Guys, if you are out there riding, please be safe. Be kind to one another. My name is Eric. I'm that one guy. And I am out.